Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tokyo Talk. I'm Mai, and today's word is emulate.
And I'm Jack. Today we're diving into this fascinating word that's about following examples and striving for excellence.
Exactly. To emulate means to try to be like someone you admire by copying their qualities or actions. Who do you emulate in your life, Jack?
Great question. In AI research, I try to emulate pioneers like Geoffrey Hinton. His innovative thinking changed machine learning forever.
When Jack mentioned innovative thinking, he's referring to new and creative ways of approaching problems. What about emulation in music?
I bet as a jazz musician, you emulate certain saxophone legends. Do you have any particular artists whose style you try to adopt?
Yes, I've spent years trying to emulate Charlie Parker's bebop phrasing. His complex improvisations are challenging but inspiring.
Bebop is quite difficult to play. Mai, could you explain what you mean by phrasing for our listeners?
Phrasing refers to how musicians shape musical sentences, like the rhythm and emphasis. In bebop, the phrasing is often fast and complex.
Now let's talk about how emulate differs from similar words. For instance, how is emulating different from imitating?
That's an important distinction. To imitate means to copy someone's behavior exactly, while emulate implies you're trying to equal or surpass them.
Exactly. When I imitate someone's dance moves at karaoke, I'm just copying them. But when I emulate my AI mentors, I hope to reach their level.
How about another synonym, mimic? How does that compare to emulate?
To mimic is to copy someone's speech or movements, often in a playful or mocking way. Emulation has a much more respectful, admiring quality.
Right. If I mimic someone's accent, I might be doing it for fun. But when I emulate a great jazz pianist, I'm seriously studying their technique.
And what about replicate? How does that differ from emulate? Mai, any thoughts on this one?
To replicate means to reproduce something exactly. Emulation focuses more on equaling quality or achievement, not creating an exact copy.
In my AI work, we often try to replicate experimental results, which means getting the exact same outcomes. But we emulate successful approaches.
What about aspire? That's another word that seems close to emulate. How would you differentiate those two, Jack?
To aspire means to desire or aim for something. Emulate is more active. You're not just hoping to achieve something. You're actively following a model.
Great distinction. By the way, speaking of aspiring to things, I'm still aspiring to find the perfect boyfriend. Dating in Tokyo is quite challenging.
Maybe you're trying to emulate romance movie relationships too much. Are you looking for someone who reminds you of your favorite idoru?
Jack just used the Japanese word idoru, which means idol, a celebrity or performer with a dedicated fan following. And no, I'm more realistic now.
Let's do a quick review of emulate and its synonyms. The key difference is that emulation involves admiration and a desire for self-improvement.
When you emulate someone, you're trying to match or exceed their accomplishments because you respect them.
Imitation is about copying actions or behaviors.
Mimicking often has a playful element, sometimes even making fun of someone.
Replication is about exact duplication, often in scientific contexts.
And aspiration is about desire and ambition, but doesn't necessarily involve following a specific example.
Thanks for joining us today to explore the word emulate. Remember, in language learning, it's great to emulate native speakers.
That's all for today. I'm Mai, and next time I might have found someone worth emulating in the dating world. We'll see.
And I'm Jack. See you next time on Tokyo Talk.